What's up, snappers? I'm Sefir and I want to show you how to make circles in ARK Survival Ascended with both official settings and the Move Tool mod. As for official, we're gonna need 49 wood pillars in total, 4 wood railings and a triangle ceiling. The material is really important in the beginning, but can be changed after the circle is done. Start by aligning a pillar where you want the center of your circle. Don't move it, don't rotate it, don't do nothing, just place it. This is another crucial step. If you make any adjustment here, you will have to repeat that exact adjustment later, and this tutorial won't work as intended. Snap a triangle ceiling to the pillar and 2 beams to the sides of the triangle. Remove the triangle, snap a beam to the pillar and snap another beam at a 90-degree angle from the leftmost beam. Now, support the outer beams down with pillars. Extend the inner beams out 2 times and support down with pillars as well. Remove all the beams connected to the center pillar and the center pillar itself, and snap railings to all the pillars touching the ground. You should end up with a wonky smiley face like this. But before continuing, let's take a look at these railings legs. On the outside they are flat, but on the inside they are not only round, but when combined they are just as thick as a skinny pillar, and this is exactly why I'm using wood. The texture of the legs of the railings is gonna help me freehand a pillar. We're gonna push our character against the outer railings and look at where the railings meet at the other side. At this point, it's a good idea to lower our DPI or joystick sensitivity as much as needed for precision. I'm pulling mine down to 800 DPI. We're gonna use our spyglass to look at the exact point where the 2 railings meet, and without moving our mouse, release the spyglass. Forget about the mouse for a minute, don't even look at it, and be very careful with your side movement. But if you make a mistake, just press your character against the railings, not a biggie. Now, approach the center of your circle, prone for a more precise movement, and trigger your pillar without placing it. Using your arrows if on PC, adjust your vertical angle so you can see the full pillar on your screen as big as possible, and align the pillar with the legs of the railings so only a few spots of the legs texture are poking through the green hologram of the pillar. Once you get something like this, place it. And again, if you misalign this pillar or make any adjustments, this tutorial won't work. Now we have to remove the inner railings. It's not a bad idea to leave the outer railings for now, but like I said, with my tricks you should have a very accurate placement. Do the triangle thingy again on the new center pillar and connect back all the beams we disconnected earlier. I'm disconnecting these 2 beams for the sake of demonstrating that the center pillar is grabbing all the beams, but you don't have to. Now we are safe to add the rest of the beams to complete a 24-sided circle. I'm changing the beams to metal so you have a better look at how seamless this rotation is. But this rotation is not precise, and this is very important, because whenever we need to stack rotations, we're gonna be stacking imprecise rotations and things are gonna get weird. Here's a cool pattern I made with official settings. I was using metal so you could see how accurate this rotation is. Not the prettiest, I know, but I'm sure you can make it work to your taste, and I'd love to see what you can come up with. So tag me on Facebook, Twitter or Discord. And this is where the move tool becomes so important for circle making. Just look at how easy this is. Place a pillar, which now you can adjust however you want because you don't have to eyeball anything. Do the triangle thingy. Rotate the pillar 15 degrees and do the triangle thingy again. That is a 24-sided circle. Do you want an 8-sided circle? Just place a pillar, snap 4 beams, rotate the pillar 45 degrees and snap 4 more beams. Do you want a 16-sided circle? Just do 22.5 rotations. Let's put it this way. If you want a number of sides that is divisible by 12, do rotations of the triangle thingy. If you want your sides divisible by 4, just do the cross. If you want a number divisible by 2, do rotations of beams on opposite sides of a pillar. But here's where the magic happens to me. I want an odd number of sides. I want 21. And let me tell you, it's a bit tedious, but I think it's beautiful. Just place your pillar, place a beam, rotate it by 17.14 degrees, which is the result of 360 by 21. Save that as your default, place another beam and make sure that you keep snapping to the same exact snap point on that pillar until you finish. By just clicking and hitting escape, you can get something like this. Finally, the move tool gives us back the ability to make curves, circles from the outside where walls meet neatly, or just curves. I use angles a lot because I love my symmetry, but you can always move those sliders to your heart's content. If you want to make a circle from the outside, just divide 360 by whatever number of sides you want and stack rotations of the same angle in the same direction until you close your circle. It's that easy. I was gonna give you a short history of circle building in ARK, but it became too much of a tangent, so I put the script in the description instead. Thank you all for coming, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and see you next time.